Good evening. Oh, I had a little problem getting on tonight. Sorry about that. My phone was playing tricks on me. Did not want to. I gotta make sure this is turned down. Let me see. Hang on a second. There we go. I didn't want to go to live. And I tried to turn the camera around. It kicked me out, so I had to start over again. But anyway, good evening. Good Saturday night. Boy, the lighting in here feels really weird. I look very dark on there. I guess I'm okay on my iPad, so it just looks really dark on my phone. I'm Card Curating with Jean. My name is Jean Ducro, and I live in McFarland, Wisconsin, which is just south of Madison. And I do videos on Saturday nights at 6:30 and Tuesday evenings at 6 o'clock. Our Tuesdays are usually a Technique Tuesday, but it seems like I throw in a technique with each video that I do. Good evening, Nancy. Thank you for joining. I hope you had a good day and a good 4th of July. We didn't do anything. We went to Culver's for supper. Woohoo! Took our son and grandson out to eat. It was too hot to grill out. My husband he said, should we be grilling out? And I'm like, oh, I don't think we want to do that. So we stayed in and went out to eat. I was glad that they were open because I actually called them the day before to make sure that they were going to be open, just in case I could have a backup plan before we went grocery shopping and bought food. So anyway, what else do I have to report? I took a nice walk today. I think if you saw my post earlier, it was after I came back and sat down in the sunroom to try to cool off a little bit, and wow. It was warm. When I first started out, it seemed like the humidity had gone down, but that was only temporary, I think, because by the time I got done with my walk, it was really warm and oppressive. And after I cooled down, took my shower, I went out to get the mail, and it was like even worse. It's like, oh, I feel like you can cut the air with a knife. I hate that. So anyway, I am planning on doing two cards tonight using the Prairie Grass again. And I have my card that I've been working on for our swap next week. I'll be going to a Stamping Up, I don't know I can't remember what they're calling it. It's a meeting up in Appleton, so it's a couple hours, an hour away, and I'm going up the day ahead, and I'm going to be staying overnight. We have to check in at 9:30, and rather than having to go all that way from here up there, I thought it would be better if I was probably half of the way there and stay with my friend. So that is my plan, and I'm decided to do the swap that they're doing so that I could bring back other cards that maybe I would get some ideas for. So I will have some cards to show you after that get together. The other thing I wanted to let you guys know is that I will not be doing a video next Saturday. We have something going on at church that I really want to attend, and it lands right in between when I'm doing my video normally, so I'm going to skip next Saturday. So you guys will see all the cards that I got on the swap on Tuesday. Hi Carol, thank you for joining. Oh, thank you for sharing. I really appreciate that. That helps me so much. So so that is my main announcement there. I'll try to make sure that I put a note out online or on Facebook to let people know closer to the weekend that I won't be doing a a video on Saturday night, but we will be doing one on Tuesday night. So I'm, trying to get ready for that and a couple of other things. We got a funeral coming up this week, and it's like, oof, man, talk about piling everything in. And I'm leading a service tomorrow, a devotional service at the assisted living facility that we have a couple of our members at. So we do a devotional once a month and communion for the folks that are there. And then next weekend I have a commissioning service for the Befriender class that I took through. And so it's going to be a really busy week, and it's going to go really fast, I think. But that's okay. And that's the way it is. That's summer, right? So I am ready to turn the camera down and get started. So let's do that. Let's see. That looks pretty good. Get you down just a little bit closer. Whoop. It's always hard to get that adjusted so that my head isn't in the way when I want to do some stamping and I don't hit it with my head, but yet it's close enough that you can see what I'm doing. So we are using the Prairie Grass again tonight. There's just a lot of different really cool ways of using the stamp set, and we're just doing the 4. We've got the 2 that we did on Tuesday that we'll do a drawing on at the end here. So I am planning on using the Blooming Phrases. This is one that I ordered later, and we are going to use the Happy and the Birthday for the card that I'm making first. And then we're going to use the Older but Still Cool, I think, for the inside is what I've got. Yep. So let's get started. So the colors that we are going to use tonight are Pool Party, Coastal Cabana, and Lemon Lime Twist for our card. And the base is in Pool Party, so I am going to go ahead and score that. And it's just a standard card that's 8.5 by 5.5. We're going to score the 8.5 at 4 1/4. Get the cutter out of the way. Hi, Lori. Thanks for popping on. Hope you've had a good day. Yeah, I didn't get that right. I hate when I do that. I must not have been paying attention. I got it off just a smidge. I'll tell you, having a silicone mat on the table when you want to adjust your base really helps hold it in place when you want to rescore that. Okay, so then I have a piece of Lemon Lime Twist that is 1/8 of an inch smaller. So it is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. And I am going to go ahead and glue that on. Cut a piece for the inside. Ha ha ha. Let's see if this piece is going to work. I want to do something that's just a little bit smaller than the card, so probably a 4 by 5 1/4. This looks like it's going to work just fine. Yes, sirree. Okay. Perfect. This is what we are going to stamp on. This little piece here. I'm going to put this over to the side. And we are going to use a block, and I want to stamp and write markers. So I've got the pool party, the coastal cabana, and the lemon lime twist. And they're going to be arranged like so on here. And I want to color this first. What I did was I took my cardstock and kind of laid it on the block, and then I put a piece of post-it tape across here to know that where it starts and where it ends. Alright, so the process that we're going to do is we're going to color on here the 3 colors, and then we are going to take the little mister here and we're going to spritz some water on it and then stamp it on. Let me see, I gotta get this out of the way because I'm going to need to use my heat gun to try to dry this. So I'm going to flip this over, so I'm going to use it on this side. I'm going to grab a piece of Kleenex because I might run over the edge, and then I'll just cover that or take care of wiping that off before I stamp it. This is so light that I usually go over it a few times. And then the next color I'm going to take is the lemon lime twist, and I'm going to down another third or so, and I'm going to go up and I'm going to kind of go into the pool party a little bit. And then we're going to go with the coastal cabana. Like so. And I did go over just a little. I'm just going to... Alright. Now we are going to spritz this. I'm going to practice. Right. Do you find you have one finger that's stronger than the other one that does better at spraying? There we go. Okay, I'm going to lift this up. Move that out of the way in case we... Alright. And then I just... Yeah, that's the right way. Lining this up and going like so. Now that could have been done a little bit better up there. So I think I haven't done this before, but I'm going to put a little more, a little more up in that corner. I think my spritzer didn't get up there. That time it did. There, that'll give it a little more color up there. Perfect. So now this is a little on the wet side, and that's what I'm going to use the heat gun for, is to try to dry this off a little bit. Excuse the sound. It does like to curl a little bit. Alright. I don't think I need to use that anymore. So I just kind of reshape it here. there, so it's nice and level. All right, we are going to stamp the cattails on here. And I'm just going to use the Memento ink. Just give it a second or two to soak in, like so. It makes a nice backdrop, that doing that watercolor technique on it. Okay. And I took a piece of Coastal Cabana and I used the Glass and Gardens embossing folder that way. And I embossed this piece. And let me give you the measurements for these two pieces because they are the same. They're the same size. So they're 1 7/8 by 4. Let me see if this one's the same. Yep, 1 7/8 by 4. Okay. So we are going to put this on here, and this guy is going to go over here. And then we have our sentiment. Oh, Jean, you didn't do that either. Let me see. I gotta measure to see how big that was. So it's, I think it's an 1/8 of an inch. Yep. Oh, it's 4 by 1 1/8. Okay. Here, I went through this box and thought I had everything all ready. 1 let me make sure that this is 4. It is. Okay, I'm going to go 1 1/8 this direction. Alright. And this is going to be for our segment. Hi, Shar. Hi, Pam. Thank you guys for sharing. Yeah, I love these colors together too, Lori. I think they're pretty cool. Okay, we're going to stamp the sentiment in the Coastal Cabana. I like it. It's a nice and bright. Oops, sorry. All right, so our happy birthday, and I lined them up so that I knew that they were going to be good. And let me see, does that go off? No, it doesn't. But just inside here. Hopefully you can see this. Yes, you can. Okay, and that's going to go down there. Okay, let's put this front together. So I found that it's easiest to put this lower one on first, then you can line the other two up a little bit better. This just wants to curl. We are gluing these top two pieces on directly to the card. But this I want to put on with some didn't know if I had another card of these out, but I did. That first one is always so hard to get started. Okay. I decided to do this card first because I found This one was a little more challenging for me to do. Whoop, that one's already got the cover off of it. There. I had to practice that little bit of a painting technique there. Okay, there. And this is going to go over here. This could have been just a little bit wider, but I think it's okay. I like that lemon lime twist poking through there. I think that looks nice. All right. Put this thing down. Yeah, at first I thought, oh, am I going to have to do one of these and make sure that it's super dry? But then I made one just going right into making the card, and it was fine. Whoops, let's get that moved over a little bit. You're a little crooked, Jean. Okay. And you could certainly add some other things onto this if you wanted to. If you wanted to pop up all three of these panels, that would look cool. I considered doing that too. But then I thought, you know, I'm just going to do what I had originally planned. You could put ribbon in there, you could do all sorts of things. I'm going to put the bling on right away. These are the Shades of Green hexagons. This goes with the turtle set, but I love these hexagons. And we are going to actually use the Pool Party color on this. And let me see, what did we do here? Oh, actually, no, I went with the green. Never mind. I put a big one up here. There. Okay, there's the front. Now, let's do the inside. There, I'm going to use this, and I need the... Okay, so we're going to do the sentiment. Older, but still cool. This would be this could almost be a guy's card. We have one more stamp that we haven't used, and it's just this grass. And we are going to put that down in the lower right-hand corner of this card. And we're going to stamp it off. So I didn't want it to be so dark. Just like so. Just to give it a little something on the inside. Card back. Oop, that's mine. Sample. All right. Cool. And there you go. All set. Here's my sample. You're never going to get the two things the same. You're going to have more water, less water. So Anyway, I think this is a very pretty card. All right, our next card. Let's see, get some of this stuff put away so that I don't have quite so much. Oh, where am I? Oh, here we go. Let's say, where's the thing to hang it? Forgot it had a cover. Okay. This next basket's got a lot to it. Okay, we are going to use the right words for this one. I love this stamp set. It's so awesome. All right, let me see. I'm going to put this up here. So we are, no, I guess I'm not. We're going to use Cloud Cover, Night of Navy, and Secret Sea. Got some different gems that we're going to use. Get my little Uni up here. We're going to use the large stamp from the set. And we are going to use the With Deepest Sympathy for the front, and hoping the loss you feel right now will be eased by wonderful memories. The With Deepest Sympathy is from that new set that's coming out, in September with the new catalog that we got early. I had a set at one time that said With Deepest Sympathy, but I think it's no longer available. So then I hit you with one that's not available yet. So, sorry. We are going to use Cloud Cover ink. Get that out of the way. And Night of Navy and Secret Sea. Okay, get my sample out. Got all kinds of stuff here. All right. Okay. Just needed to get organized here. The first thing we're going to do is, I think we'll fold our cardstock. Good grief. I always think I have a big desk until I get started on a project. Okay, so I'm going to do 2 1/8. Seems to be my favorite thing lately. Does that look straight? I think so. Ooh, get that out of the way though. 2 1/8 and 4 1/4. And the cardstock is 8 1/2 by 5 1/4. So this will fold it in half. And this is going to bring it. I did it again. I didn't have it lined up straight. I go through a period of time where I do this frequently. And then I don't. Okay. Now let's bring this back. Okay, perfect. All right. And we are just going to put that aside and grab our, I think this is a piece of white cardstock that is 4 by 5 1/4. And I'm going to take my blending brushes and we're going to do some blending on here. But first we are going to take my 2 3/8 punch, and we're going to punch a hole, or punch a circle out of this. Alrighty. I'm not going to use the rest of that. And then I have some, what is it called? Removable tape that I picked up, I think at Hobby Lobby or someplace. I've had it for ages. But you can put it down on a piece and then take it off. I use it sometimes when I'm taking photos of some of my fun fold cards that don't want to stay flat when you want to take a picture of them. And I'll put a little of this on there, and then you just roll it off once you open it up again, and it doesn't damage the paper in any way. So we're going to put this about, let's go right here. Hopefully you can see that, just on the upper left-hand corner. Okay, I don't need this anymore. Let's get rid of this off my desk. Okay, and get rid of this. All right, we're going to take our lightest, which is cloud cover. I had to go ahead and re-ink my cloud cover because I think I didn't put enough on this stamp pad when I got it. Cloud cover, cloud cover. I like to label all of my blending brushes. I try to have one for each one of the colors I have. I do have some colors that I don't have a brush for. And tap off, and then we are just going to kind of go around here. I want it to kind of look like the sky. I love that we have blending brushes. You can do so much neat stuff with them. I was so intimidated by them at first because I couldn't, everything I did seemed blotchy and you could see the lines in them, and it took practice, but boy, I really love them now. I'm just going to bring this down. Okay. I don't know if we're going to use that anymore, but we'll keep it close at hand. Now I'm going to take the Night of Navy. Night of Navy? Nope, that's Secret Sea. Night of Navy. Okay. This one is very juicy, as you can see, and I want to just have a little on here. Yeah, you got the swirls. I hate that. We'll work on that a little. Bring this down. And then I'm just going to take just a little bit of the Secret Sea right across the bottom. Oh, Secret Sea, Jean. I can't remember if this one was juicy too. You can definitely tell it's a different color when you use it. It's got a little more gray in it, I think. But I do like it with the other blues, the navy, Night of Navy. And just want to kind of go back here and catch this side is a little lighter.